Of course, the devotees of Nrsimhadev, at first they were very afraid. No one could speak to Nrsimhadev except for Prahlad Maharaj. But after Prahlad had appeased Nrsimhadev, then Nrsimhadev, he blessed Prahlad and he left. He left that place and he went to the holy Dhamma of Sri Mayapur. In Sri Mayapur, Madhyam Dweep, there's a place called Devapoli, Suvarna Bihar, and Narasimhapoli. Nrsimhadev, seeing his eternal Dham, tired from all the strenuous fighting with, of course, his tiredness is that's caused us mercy. His actual reason was he knew that his devotees wanted to serve him. They had no opportunity. He came, he was so furious no one could approach him. Even Lakshmi was afraid. She had to stay in hiding. She never saw him so angry in her life. He was practically on fire. So now he has been cooled down, so he took rest at the hill, Nrsimhapoli, bathed in the river, Suvarna Bihar. And all the demigods, they took the form of villagers and they began offering him nice foodstuffs and serving him. And he stayed and accepted the service of his devotees. Still today, on our parikrams, sometimes we go to the holy dham of Nrsimhapoli, where Lord Nrsimha accepted the intimate service from his devotees. The devotee, he gets the opportunity to worship Krishna face to face, to offer prasad directly, by the mercy of his spiritual master. He doesn't try to jump ahead on his own to serve the Lord directly. He simply tries to serve the spiritual master, and by that, in due course, by the mercy of the spiritual master, he will be elevated to that position. Just as the devotees of Nrsimhadev, they were elevated to that position. They could serve him directly in his dham. We shouldn't get impatient. I've been chanting, although we've been millions and unlimited a number of births, I think I've already been chanting 8 years and I haven't yet seen Krishna face to face. I have to do something special that Prabhupada hasn't said, that our spiritual master hasn't told me. Don't be tricked. They're like prostitutes. Some people, they try to say, come on, I have something to tell you that your guru doesn't know. I spit on your face! My guru knows everything! If anyone ever says that, you know he's the worst envious snake. We never hear from someone who says, isn't his opening statement, I have something to tell you, your guru doesn't know. But in this material world, such envious snakes exist. And we just allow them to be destroyed by Krishna's chakra. Because we don't want to indulge. So we don't even look at their unfortunate, blasphemous faces. So unfortunate is someone if he gives up his guru, that we don't want to associate with such an unfortunate person. We are simply following in the footsteps of the great souls. Mahajana Janogata Sapunta. Their example is one. Mahajana is singular because they're all following the same principle. So long as the spiritual master is guiding one in his service to Krishna, can never be neglected. Prahlad Maharaj was a preacher. He dedicated his life to simply giving everyone the chance to become Krishna conscious. He didn't want to go back alone. Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu, he came down and he preached for 24 years. Of course, from 14 to 24, Navadip, he constantly preached. As soon as he was born, he guided the people to chant Hare Krishna, otherwise he wouldn't stop chanting, crying. Then he went and he preached 8 years all around South India. Nor he went even as far as Maharashtra. He went to Vrindavan. He sent Lord Nityananda back to Bengal. You preach. You give my order to everyone from house to house. Every year devotees came down to Jagannath Puri and he had a huge Rath Yatra festival preaching. He sent Rupa and Sanatan to excavate the holy places in Vrindavan and write literature for preaching. Lord Nityananda Balaram personally, his whole life, simply preached, begging every person to accept the order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If anybody gets any idea that Lord Chaitanya's movement has any other purpose than preaching Krishna consciousness, they are simply madmen for developing Krishna consciousness by satisfying Lord Chaitanya's mission. Bhakti Vinod Thakur mentions 13 kinds of bogus sampradayas. And most of them say that Lord Chaitanya didn't want us to preach for one reason or another. So we have to be very clear what is the position of our movement. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said, Mon tumi kishir Vaishnav, nirjana bhajanai. You want to go in a solitary place, mind, and then you want to be worshipped by people that, oh, he is solitarily worshipping, he's a great person. Prabhupada in his Bengali prayers to his spiritual master and Krishna, he describes that we will taste the nectar of the residents of Vrindavan in Sankirtan Rasa, in the midst of so many devotees chanting Kirtan, engaging in Sankirtan. Then we will taste what is the nectar of Krishna consciousness. What is the mood of the residents of Vrindavan, the Brajavasis, not by solitary attempt. What does Nrsimhadev himself say of Prahlad? Bhavanti purusha loke mad bhaktas tvang anuvrataha bhavan me khalu bhakta nam sarveshang pratirupadik. Those who follow your example will naturally become my pure devotees. You are the best example of my devotee, and others should follow in your footsteps. In this connection, Prabhupada also says, Madhvacharya quotes from Skanda Puran, Rite tu tatvikan devan naradading stataivacha paradharutamako Vishnu bhaktao jagattraye. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he accepted the sannyas order of life. He was criticized by Babajis. Why you are becoming a sannyasi varnashram dharma? Why you are not staying in liberated status like us? And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada said that I am not so great. I am simply trying to carry out the service to Guru and Gauranga. Lord Chaitanya, he was sitting in Gundicha Mandir hearing Ramananda Rai and Sarup Damodar speak from the 10th canto and about Krishna's Ras Lila. He is Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani. That is his position to enjoy. I am not Krishna. I am not Lord Chaitanya. I am the servant of his servant of his servant's servant. And he has ordered that Jare Dako Tare Koho Krishna Upadesh. So I am simply accepting the humble service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am not so great that I can imitate him. But by his mercy, if I am able to understand Krishna consciousness, that will be my fortune. I cannot imitate. So the devotees take the mood as the servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the prayer that Srila Prabhupada has given when he came to this Western world. That is the instruction repeatedly given. That is our secret of success. That we should serve the spiritual master first. Nrsimhadev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he came because Prahlad Maharaj was his humble, non-envious, surrendered devotee. This morning we heard how we should pray that Nrsimhadev sit in our heart. We should pray that he reside there, and by his transcendental Virajaman presence, all the evil, all the dirty, all the materialistic desires, thoughts, and contaminations will be immediately eradicated. This is a sincere and just prayer by the devotee to the Lord to kindly, in spite of my unqualified nature, if you will have mercy and be present in my heart so that I can simply serve you without any impediment. This is only possible by the mercy of the spiritual master, that the Lord will reside in one's heart. So we should not attempt to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by concoction. This is what Srila Prabhupada said. One must first be prepared to serve the spiritual master, and when one is qualified, he is automatically offered the platform of direct service to the Lord. Narada Muni was struck by lightning, and immediately he received his sarup, deho. He received his spiritual form. When the time is right, Krishna reveals everything. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Payojita Janayadyasu Vairagam Yatta Jnanam Haitukam. Causelessly it comes on its own accord by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So, take this opportunity to pray to our spiritual master that by his presence in our heart, that the Supreme Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda can be present within our heart. With them in our heart, then where is there any scope for contamination? Thank you very much.